And it looks like we have, for set number 3, July Terran coming out for Woongjan Stars. He is, of course, Hansen, otherwise known as simply Sin. I actually don't know when he changed his ID, but anyway, I'm just going to keep calling him Hansen. And he's going to be playing a TVT against Canata. By the way, guys, right before the video started, like, I got an ad of a guy on fire. And I'm not, and then I skipped the ad so we could go to the VOD, but I'm like really curious why there was an ad with a guy on fire. I'm gonna go like start looking for that ad now, so it's kind of weird. Anyway, there is Canata, who I think the only notable thing he's done this season is beat Jaedong with +3 Valkyries. But actually, wait a minute, now that I think about it, both these players are notable because they're like not very good, but they beat high-profile players in amusing ways. So Canata beat Jaedong with +3 Valkyries in a long game on Ground Zero, and Hansen beat Bisu after completely botching a 2-fact by not rallying his barracks properly, and then actually following it up with like a really solid mid-game attack and killing him on Sniper Ridge. So yeah, both these players have showed that they can snipe Gosus. But what happens when you put them against each other? This might actually be a brilliant game, you know? They might actually pull out the best. We could see like +3 Valks from Canata against unrallied barracks from Hansen in the same game. It'll be amazing. And it's gonna be on Jade, by the way. I didn't notice that. So, Hansen was... what was he? Oh, we're using allied colors, okay. So, Hansen's going to be yellow in the bottom left, Canata is going to be red in the top left. Let me actually change my own overlay to have the clock positions, even though it's exactly the same as the Korean overlay. People seem to like that, so let me do that. Because I must always cater to the fans, to the viewers. By the way, I actually have Steam running. Hold on, let me turn off Steam. Okay, sorry about that. I just didn't want it to like start lagging for anybody. So yeah. Anyway, looks like, oh man, we are getting so many new like stats overlays now from the Pro League guys. Like the bottom right thing. Okay, so 1R and 2R presumably means like round 1 and round 2, but then I don't know what the stats actually are. Anyway, looks like we have a depot at the. Oh no, it's actually a barracks. Was that an 8-Rax? Was I not paying attention? Or did he make his depot already? Oh, now I feel silly. I was too busy closing my Steam. Presumably... Okay, no, I think that was a normal barracks. He just put it above his ramp, so he's just gonna go for a 1-Rax expand, it looks like. Hansen is. Whereas Canada's just going for a gas, as usual. Anyway, yep, there is the SCV chilling to make an expansion. And Canada's gonna get a bit lucky here by scouting this first. You can see the SCV coming down now. It's going to see the command center, and the question is, what is his response going to be? We yesterday saw a very interesting game between, spoiler alert, Baby and Last. I believe that was the game where Baby like 2-ported Last while Last went for a 1-Rax FE, and Baby did an insane amount of damage. So it'd be interesting to see if we could, if we see the same thing. Anyway, looks like bunker going down at the front, as expected. And Canata is going to have to do something to punish this, or he is going to be behind if he just decides to expand now. He'll be a little bit behind in the economy. Looks like going to send out a couple of Marines to ward away that SCV. And then just going to go back in the bunker. Doing a nice little block there with the barracks, by the way, that prevents any kind of silly Vulture run-bys or anything like that. And, okay, no, it looks like Canata is actually just going to expand himself. But as you can see, the natural expansion of Hansen is basically finished now. And his has just started. So, I think he's going to make a starport here at the bottom left. Yes, it is going to be a starport. Okay. Might just do, like, one port race. Or no, he's actually sending a second SCV. So is this actually going to be a second starport? I don't know. That second SCV looked a little bit suspicious. Is it? No, it looks like it didn't actually go down here. Oh, it just went over to build a depot. Okay, so it's gonna be a one port. Now this could be one port Wraith. It could be drop. He could make just one Wraith and then add a control tower and go for drops. I have a feeling this might be like a Vulture drop. I'm gonna guess Vulture drop for now. Nice snipe on that scouting SCV, by the way. Alright, come on, one Wraith into Vulture drop. I'm calling it. Calling it now. I'm probably completely wrong. Oh no, he's actually not even going to go Wraith. He's just going to go straight drop. Okay, cool. Meanwhile, we have a nice SCV there, a spotting SCV at the right side. I'm going to spot any units being dropped into the base. He's going to be a little bit careful though. Interesting on this map, because your entire main base is surrounded by that high ground ridge, if you build things like too close to the edge of your base, your opponent can just like attack it from outside, which is kind of annoying. I don't think it's actually happened too many times in actual games yet, but I don't know. It just feels a little bit funny. It seems a little bit funny to me. And yeah, it is going to be a Vulture drop here. Anyway, where are the oh shit? Sorry SNM, I banned you by accident. I tried to click that guy and I missed, and I clicked you instead. Oh man, that was like a Freudian ban. I accidentally banned S&M. You're unbanned, by the way. Oh, that was awesome. That was so good. I should just pretend I did that on purpose. Anyway, what's going on here? Looks like some Marines coming back to clear out this scouting barracks. And there is the Vulture drop going in. Meanwhile, there's 3 Vultures out already for Hansen. As long as those don't go out too far, he can just immediately pull them back and defend. And it looks like he's actually going for mass Vultures here, but there is the drop, dropping all 4 of them on the natural. But, you know, as I said, yeah, look at this. These Vultures have speed already, so you can just defend easily. So this drop is actually just not going to do anything, which is quite sad for Canata. And it looks like he actually followed up with a Wraith. So instead of what I predicted, which was one Wraith and then drops, he actually went for the drop first and then the one Wraith. So doing things in slightly different order. And let's see how much damage he can do. There's 3 Marines there. And oh, wait, he's actually going back. Oh man, the Marine's not even going to shoot. Oh, he's actually going to go after the Marine so that the Wraiths can do more damage, I think. Is that what's going on here? Oh, he just lost the Vulture though. That wasn't very good. Oh man, wow, this harass is actually doing way more than I think it should. And we actually do have Cloak following up now. And look at that, he's going to stop both the Academy and the Armory with this Vulture drop. This harass is actually really cool from Hansen. I think part of why it's looking so cool is that, or from Canata, it's the harass from Canata, right? Hansen's reaction seems to be a little bit poor, which is why this is looking so awesome, but it definitely is a very interesting strategy here. I mean, oftentimes, like, when you go for 2-port, you have the Wraith sniping the SCVs, building, you know, the Academy and the Armory, but obviously the Vultures just kill SCVs so much faster, and it's quite interesting to be doing something like this. It's really, really cool, actually. Anyway, back to my chat situation. Are there really no mods? There's Zaraki's in here. Zaraki's in here. Is there nobody else in here? Silly mods. Or lack of, rather. Anyway, looks like Goliath is out now, so that should take care of this at last. It's interesting how the Marines can't really take care of it, because they'll just get owned by the Vultures that come out. And, ooh, very cool. Wow, for a second I thought those were DTs. Oh, man. Anyway, very nice depot block there at Canata's Natural, of course, because Hansen was originally going for, like, the mass Vulture style of TVT. So obviously, you know, Canata didn't have that much stuff in his base to deal with that, so he just walled himself in, which is really nice. And it looks like the comm sets are going to finish, so those Wraiths are going to run away. But But seriously though, like, as soon as oh man, look at this harass! Look at this harass Canata doing some sick multitasking, doing so much damage here. The supplies are still quite even, but this is really cool. But am I the only one who thought those were DTs? Like, as soon as they clicked over those wraiths in the mineral line, I was like, oh my god, he's got DTs in the minerals! Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Alright, looks like Zaraki and Bakuryu have woken up from their deep slumber. So everyone in the chat, beware. Anyway. Oh. Ugh. It's so funny how, like, mech can just aim move through mines. Oh! Just kidding. Never mind. What was that? Mech can aim move through mines? Pfft, who said that, man? That guy's an idiot. Mech can't aim move through mines. Don't you see? You lose siege tanks when you do that. Anyway, that's not a good attack, though. That's not a good idea. Oh, he even runs into a mine, but it doesn't go off. Wow, that's quite lucky. So, looks like... Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? Alright, I guess Canata just wanted to clear up some supply. Yeah, awesome. Anyway, he's going to lay some more mines here in the reinforcement path. So, Hansen's just going to have the siege up here. It's interesting. So Hansen kind of has control of this this ridge right outside Canata's natural, but it's not a big deal. As you can see, Canata already taking his third. Wow, Canata's third actually already down, whereas Hansen showing no signs of a third base yet. Is he building one in his main? He's not building anything. What is he doing? Man, that harass must have done a lot more than I even imagined. Equal factory count. And Canata is now in a fantastic position against Hansen with his third base up and running. Hansen has a slightly better position out on the map, but it looks like that's soon to change here. The Wraiths, Vultures, and tanks going in. Oh, sick mines! Oh my god, actually I'm not even sure if those were mines or tanks or... Oh man, Hansen, stop. Stop. Oh my, you guys need to both stop walking into mines. I mean, see, now... Here's the thing, if these guys were Protoss players, they would like never ever win against Terran with that kind of control. Any Protoss player can tell you, when you try to do that with Dragoons, say goodbye to your army. Just ask Stork, alright? Just ask Stork. Hey Stork, what happens when you walk units into spider mines? Bad things, man. Terrible things happen. So do not do that. See, people always say, oh, you know, Terran players have it so hard. If Terran players play Protoss, they can win so many games. It's not true, man. It's not true. You try to aim move through mines as a Protoss, just have fun. So it looks like a random Vulture drop actually to protect his own third base. That was quite curious. Meanwhile, oh, now actually going in for the counter. He's going to lose a dropship, but the 4 Vultures do go down. Vulture harass from both players. Although I'm still concerned about this lack of a third base from Hansen, and it looks like Canata is going to clean up the attack at his own third. 3 Vultures still in the main base. Not really going to do anything else. Oh, it does get 1 more kill. 4 kills on the guy, not bad. And it's interesting because the supplies are actually staying ridiculously close, despite all the crazy harass, despite the third base up for Canata. Looks like Hansen finally getting his own third base out. And, I mean, he's still got a good position, though, outside of Canata's base. Canata is slowly pushing him back, though, using those wraiths for spotting, although it looks like now an engineering bay is coming up to spot for Canata siege, or sorry, for Hansen siege tanks. Anyway, it looks like some more random Vulture skirmishing going on here. And, you know, honestly though, this position, while it's nice to have, it stops like, you know, it stops Canata from moving out into the middle of the map. There's still like the north and west passages that you can still go through. So until Hansen gets control of those, this tank line at the top, I don't think it really means that much. I think there was actually an interesting TVT. Oh, actually, the Fantasy versus Sky High game I think was actually a good example of that. I think did I dual cast that with somebody or something? Because I remember I was talking about how like, or wait, maybe it was a different game actually. I know there was one TVT a while ago on this map where one player held that ridge, and I was just like, it doesn't really make a difference because the other player kept sending Vultures out through the sides. so like it wasn't actually a legitimate contain. And it looks like Canata doing some nice harassment now at Hansen's. They're going to get a few SEVs, but going to get cleaned up by Hansen's Vultures. This is actually a really nice active TVT here. You know, no sitting around behind your siege tank wall. Tons of Vulture harass. You know, poking, pushing from both sides with the tank lines. And it looks like Canata is in fact going to go ahead down the left side here, where, as I said, there's not any units. Looks like there's a few spider mines here to at least provide some vision. And Canata, I mean, you know, the bottom of his natural kind of leads out into the bottom of that path, so he's going to be able to stop a direct attack. But yeah, it's just an example of why that contain on the ridge there isn't as good as it might seem. Anyway, looks like Canata just going to hold this position with a few siege tanks. It's interesting, look how his spider mines are actually behind his siege tanks. Kind of got that backwards. But somehow Canata's actually gone up 40 supply ahead of his opponent. He's at 158 to 122 right now. I actually don't know when that happened. But while I was getting absorbed in all of the cool Vulture harass all over the place, Canata's actually got himself quite a nice supply lead. He's going in for this attack. I think this is a terrible idea, though. He's attacking. He's like going down the Valley of Death here. Look at that siege tank on the high ground on both sides. Oh my god, this is like the worst possible place to attack. Canata just walking into the Valley of Death. Oh, dude, this is like one of those bad fantasy novels where, like, you know, your army is walking down like a narrow, like those narrow passages with like cliffs on both sides, and like all the archers come up, and you're just like, ambush! Except it's not an ambush. There's like, you know, there's tanks there, and he just walked into it. Ah! Oh, that was awful. Anyway. Looks like we have 3 dropships going in. Gonna get a few units down, but man, gonna lose a lot though. I don't know if that was worth it. Oh, that was not worth it. That was not worth it. Canata, is he gonna throw away this game? Is he gonna throw away his lead? Well, I mean, it's not like he's won the game, but you know, he had like a 30 supply lead, and that's down to like a 10 supply lead, so that's not so good. And this contain is actually looking a little bit scarier now. I do see a lot of yellow at the top path there. I don't actually know if Canata can leave his base anymore. It looks like he's just going for a break here on the tank line. Oh man, this is not going to go well. This is not going to go well for Canata at all. Oh my god, Canata. Canata, what are you doing? Canata, you're yucking yourself. Stop yucking yourself. Yuck's not even on your team. Oh, dude. Alright, he's doing some nice Vulture harass once again, though, at the 6 o'clock. I don't even know how these Vultures are getting out, to be honest. Is the top path not actually blocked off, even though there's a bunch of yellow dots there? Like, are those just spider mines? Because these Vultures, I don't know how they got here. Anyway. Canata, man, you make me sad. Yeah, it looks like the top path is sealed off now, so my earlier point about the contain not meaning much is moot. Now this contain is actually really solid. And Canata's just suiciding, dude! Dude, that's not how you break a contain. Oh my god, that is not... You don't break a contain by, like, you know, pussyfooting in and, you know, going in with the Vultures and it's like, oh, he's a siege tank there, oh, let me run away. Dude, you just gotta commit, man. You just gotta unsiege everything, have like 12 control groups of units there, and then just like go, man. You just gotta attack into it. You just gotta, just jam it in! Just jam it in, Canata! This is terrible. Alright. So Canata's now behind like 20 supply. And he's gonna have to lift that 4th base up. He tried to sneak it out to the 12. Not gonna happen. So looks like he's got a couple more dropships here. So he's gonna go drop next to Wraiths. That's a good idea. It's always a good idea to send your dropships next to Wraiths. You know, as you can see, without detection. Also, it's a very crucial component of this. Also, is to not have detection. And did he just shoot his own siege tank? I don't know, actually. I don't actually understand what happened, because Canata was doing like such amazing play in the beginning. Like, oh, some nice mines there, but he had some amazing harass. I was so impressed. And I do not know what has happened to him right now. Like, did he like suddenly develop a brain tumor in the middle of the game or something? Like, what's going on? I don't understand. Anyway, looks like... Oh, wow. Oh, that's annoying. Hansen is actually going to siege that 12 o'clock base from the bottom there, from behind the minerals and deny mining. Ooh, that's quite yucky. Meanwhile, Hansen is just making his contain as hard as possible, building turrets everywhere to stop drops. I mean, even though Canata got his 4th base up, he has like no ground access to it. He can only drop things there. And now he just can't expand anywhere else. Hansen, meanwhile, is taking the bottom right natural, and he can just expand wherever he wants. Anyway, it looks like +2 is finished on the mech, so tank's gonna start 2-shotting each other. They might have had that for a while now. Actually, I'm not really sure when that finished. I wasn't paying attention. But I'm not really sure what Canata can do right now. This is like such a sick contain, and there's mines on all the drop paths as well. The only opening, it seems, is like through the very top of the map, maybe, if he just like skirts around the edge. But now there's a bunch of units moving up that way, so maybe that's going to start getting closed off soon as well. The supplies now are actually quite even, interestingly enough. 166 for Hansen against 160 for Canata. Hansen actually going to throw away a few vultures here, poking in to that 12 o'clock, and his 4th was also slower than Canata's. His bottom right natural just finished, but he is now already taking the bottom right main as well. So I think he should actually just play a little bit defensively now, just keep his contain, and just expand a bunch and be fine. Just out macro his opponent. It's interesting. Yesterday we actually saw a really great game between. I already talked about this already, but spoiler alert, between Baby and Last, where Baby had like a decent contain, but then he just didn't reinforce it enough, or like Last just did a good push break, and Last like almost came back in the game, and it was like a really close, intense TVT. So Hansen got to make sure nothing like that happens. Got to keep his contain good, and he'll be fine. Doesn't actually ever need to attack really. He can just slowly starve Canata to death, just choke the life out of him. Looks like a scan, seeing all these units. Only 2 dropships out for Canata. He lost so many dropships to those wraiths just now, and yeah, so now he can't even do any interesting counterattacks. Oh, he's actually loading up some SEVs. Oh, is he going to use these to carpet bomb the tank line? Oh, I think he's actually going to go for a big break right now. He's going to unsiege all his tanks, attack into the contain, and oh wait, no, is he just going to transfer to 12? Oh, never mind. Oh, I thought he was going to do SEV bombs. That would have been so cool. Well, no, he is massing up though. No, but that is just a transfer. Okay. It looks like he might actually be dropping onto the top right main and then just like using some units to secure that. No, he's just going to transfer. Alright, I'm like reading way too into this. Oh wow, that's a lot of SEVs. Hello. Yeah, so as I said, there is no ground access between this base and his main. And oh my god, are those tanks not in range? Oh my god, those stacked SCVs. If those tanks were in range, that would have been insane. Oh, and it looks like we have the move in, the shuffle. But it doesn't matter, plenty of tanks there to defend. So Hansen is going to be fine with that expansion. And wow, suddenly he has a lot of dropships here. He must have 2 ports making dropships. He's actually just not even going to go for a ground attack and go out the top side. I think this is actually an absolutely correct decision. When you're contained hardcore like this, the best option is just to go for mass drops, I think, and just try and wiggle your way out. Because he doesn't need to leave that many units actually for defense. He can just leave a couple of siege tanks on his own natural high ground, and he'll be fine from a counterattack. And it looks like a bunch of unsiege tanks are moving into position. Are they going to be in time? It looks like there is the moving unload. How many? Oh my god, that's a lot of units. And he's going to attack into these siege tanks. Is it going to be enough? Oh man, there's some spider mines there as well. This is going to be really close. This could decide it. Oh, dropping a couple more tanks on there as well. And it looks like Canata is actually going to make it through, taking a lot of damage, but he does clear out the units of Canata. has exploited the one weakness in Hansen's contain, this top right area here, and might actually be able to just take another expansion here at the top right main, and this is making the contain increasingly useless. I mean, if every time Canata wants an expansion he just takes it by dropping like this, there's really no point in having the contain. I mean, now this contain, and look at how long the contain line is on the map right now. Like, Hansen is investing so much into this contain, and it's not actually providing that much benefit anymore, because Kanata's just like, hey, I kind of want to take the 12 o'clock expansion, so he just dropped there and he took it. And he's like, hey, you know what else? I kind of want to take the top right main as well, so he just dropped there and he took it. So it's like, this contain is just not actually containing. It's like a fake contain. Now, Hansen though still has, so right now the crucial key is the top right natural. If it was a 50-50 split map, the top right natural should belong to Canata, but right now Hansen is claiming it with his contain. So this is still somewhat favorable for him, but if he loses that, then like this contain has been completely pointless. Anyway, it looks like wait, what was that? Random. Canata got a random vulture down to the bottom right. I don't know how he keeps doing this. He just keeps getting vultures into weird places. Anyway, looks like we actually have 3 armories up for Hansen. Is he going battle cruisers? Is he just getting Wraith upgrades? Well, I guess those are the same upgrades, but is he going Wraiths or BCs? That is the question. The eternal question of all Terran players, Wraith or BC. Anyway, it looks like, oh man, another carpet bomb all over these units. Canata doing a great job here. And you see, this is what I'm talking about. This contain is useless. This is so useless. Oh man. Look at that. And now Canata claims the top right natural, and now it's split map. Now they're on even bases. And the contain has been completely pointless. Oh, this is so awesome. Look at the resource counter, by the way. Canata is banking 2.2k and over 1k gas. He's not even macroing properly. He's just too busy dropping things all over the place, and it's actually working. Wow, beautiful factory placement. Oh, that is awesome. That's like fastest style placement. Oh, that's quite nice. It's quite pretty. Oh no, wait! Don't suicide your tanks. No, what are you doing? No, no. Oh wow, what a waste. But Canata has a supply lead right now. Look at how calm he is. He's just like, yep, I'm contained, it's fine, I'll just break it bit by bit. Oh, but it looks like we have a move in from Canata and, or from Hansen rather, and Canata, oh man, really regretting losing all those siege tanks there. Oh wow, he's going to lose his base as well. He's going to have to lift it at least. The dropships are going in. The Wraiths are out of position. Hansen's Wraiths not able to catch those dropships. That would have been a huge catch for him if he got those. I'm sure those are full of units. And so Canata decides to fly them into the Wraiths anyway. What? Oh, looks like it doesn't matter because he just dropped like an entire army onto those tanks, so he's going to save it. Oh, is he going to suicide these ones? Oh, wait, no, wait, what? Oh, did he just do like a shift click there? Oh man, that was cool. That was like some synchronized swimming from those dropships. Synchronized swimmings into death. I don't understand. Wait, he just lost 2 dropships there. Why is he flying them? Canata, what are you doing? Oh my god, Canata, how can you be so bad and yet so good at the same time? It doesn't even make sense. Oh my god, Canata, that was horrible. Man, this is like this is like the B-teamer version of Fantasy versus Sky High. Because we're like seeing an epic comeback here from Canata. I mean, he hasn't won the game yet, but he is pulling his. He was not in a great, like he was in a good position, and then like he got contained and he got hyucked, and then he got into a really bad position, and now he's still kind of not. I mean, it's this battle for the top right is just so crucial. If he can hold that, Canata will be fine. But this is And it looks like we're going to have a break on this top line of siege tanks. There's a bunch of mines there tanking hits. There's 4 siege tanks in good positions, but it looks like Canata is going to have enough. No, there's 3 more tanks in the back. It's not going to be enough. Why did he unsiege those tanks? I do not understand. Oh, he's just repositioning them. Okay. Oh, what a crazy game here. What an insane game. This... Canata, man. Canata, dude. Dude, don't give Varoche a legitimate excuse to dislike you, man. Come on. Come on. Oh, no, don't lose another dropship. No! Don't lose another dropship. Why? Oh man. So, oh, and that was a bunch of cloak rays taking out the top right. Oh, Canata, you're so dead. Canata! Canata! No! You know, even if Canata loses though, these games from this series have actually been all quite good. I gotta say, this has been a high quality series, even if it ends up as a 3-0. But it would be quite sad if Canata lost here. Although I guess that serves him right for suiciding like 10 dropships this game. Could you imagine if he'd actually not suicided any dropships, like how many drops he would have right now? He'd be able to drop all over the place, and it looks like we have a bunch of Starboards being added, so Hansen gonna get out a few more rates. Anyway, it looks like Canata barely holding on to the top right once again. And actually he's got some tanks kind of guarding that high ground thing, like Hansen's contain is slowly taking weird shapes here. You know, this like just looking at the minimap, this actually reminds me a lot of the game Go, the board game. It's like there's just a huge battle going at the top right, but Hansen has overall a lot more territory, so he's definitely winning the game. That's actually really interesting. So I don't think Canata can win anymore. He's down like 50 supply. It looks like at some point Hansen actually lost his barracks, so he's actually just remaking that now at like the 30-minute mark. Gonna do some fancy Wraith harass. I'm a little bit surprised that Canata's actually not mined out. He's actually banking 2.2k gas, which is a little bit surprising, considering usually Terrans are kind of strapped for gas. I mean, he's been going Goliath tank dropship. He should not have that much gas banked. I'm not actually sure how that happened. But either way, he's losing his SCVs here at his last mining base. He is in the throes of death right now. And oh my god, he's gonna lose more dropships. God damn! Can somebody actually needs to go back through this VOD and like count how many dropships Canata lost. This is like the most dropships died in a single game ever in history. Either way, command center is going down. Hansen is now 75 supply ahead, 80 supply ahead. And I guess we're just gonna wait for the finishing blow. I think. Oh, it looks like Canata just gonna go for one more huge attack, and it's gonna fail, and he's gonna GG. He's gonna lose his command center as well. And then we can move on to SKT versus CJ, which should be awesome. Although this match, as I said, has been quite awesome. This whole series. And here we go. Here's the break. He's going for it, but the wraiths are coming in, and insta GG. Doesn't even wait to see all his units die. Hansen shaking his head like, I can't believe we are both so terrible at this game. I don't know what he. I'm really curious what he's shaking his head about. Anyway, so Hansen closes out the series, and Ace gets 3-0'd once again here. Unfortunately, they seem to be back to their old ways of getting 3-0'd by everybody, which is kind of sad. But stick around, guys, because we're going straight into the second series.
기억을 했습니다만은 공진의 패기에 그리고 이재호의 뛰어난 나오기 전에 그냥 막혀버리네요.
네, 웅진의 전략, 프로토스는 테란을 만나게 하고 이재호는 적을 만나게 하고 그리고 메카닉 활용을 잘하는 노중규가 테란을 만났을 때 시너지 효과가 이 정도라는 것을 보여주면서 웅진이 3위까지 올라가는 그런 쾌거를 오늘 이뤄냈습니다.
네. 그럼 그동안에 웅진 상대로 좋은 모습 보였던 뭐 이성훈이라든가 아니면 김구현 이런 선수 카드로 활용하지도 못한 채 3점을 아쉽게 태양호만 공군에서 이제 5승 10패.
Oh, I got an ad, guys. Alright, you gotta wait 10 seconds. Do, 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 do. Holy shit, it's loud! Sorry. Wow, that was loud.